going to be reacting to Nobody Makes Music Like Arknights. And to be fair, some of the music that I heard from the CCC contingencies, that shit was good. There were some songs in there that definitely slapped. There were some songs that like didn't set a vibe or a mood for me personally, but I think that's just how music works. Either it hits you or it doesn't. It's some music is made purely for entertainment. Some music is made for setting the mood. And I think when it comes to gaming, music is always made in a way to set the playing field of that stage. So I guess sometimes it could require context, other times it really doesn't. If the song is a slap, it's a slap, it doesn't matter. But let's get into this video by Kogan. Let's get to it.
Music has forever been a great setting piece for a scene, whether it be a movie, a video game, or even if you're at the gym and you need something to get you pumped up, music is a...
Now I can tell you this now, all this music that's being played right now is not Dark Souls music. I can tell you that now. Because as an avid player of Dark Souls from a few years ago and Elden Ring, all that, this is definitely not music from there.
Great way to set the mood.
Guarantee that. Guarantee that.
It can elevate an already epic battle in, say, Dark Souls to an even higher level. The music of Souls games is some of the best.
Now, what he's saying is true, though. When you hear certain themes, that boss music come in, you be in that motherfucker. Whoa, the boss is here. I just walked through the... What is happening?
Out there for trying to set a huge epic battle. This bombastic orchestral track is from the boss battle in Dark Souls. What? Just kidding.
Yeah,
this is actually not from any Souls game or any action game, but rather from a gacha game, Arknights.
That's funny that was an Arknights song, main menu theme. Okay, maybe that's why it sounds so familiar to me, because I was like, that's definitely not a Souls-like song, right? But I'd be having the main menu music turned off. Am I bad for that? That I have the main music turned off and I just be listening to my own jammy whammies?
Arknights is a popular tower defense game created by Hypergriff. Now, some may argue that Balloon Tower Defense is more popular than Arknights, but I like to think that Arknights is slowly getting there, so maybe give it a few more years. On top of having fun gameplay, I just
think that Balloons is gonna be more popular because the ease of access to get into that game. I think it's much easier to open that game. And he said, yes, you can add me. I don't mind. I should add bro, huh? Let me know in the comments if I should add bro. If you say, yeah, I'm gonna come back to this and add him. But I think that like there is just a different level of ease of access. Like if you're gonna compare Arknights to like Balloon Tower Defense, right? Like I think the difficulty spikes are completely different. This game I think requires a way more like cranial power.
Beautiful art, deep lore, and rich world building. The music in Arknights is absolutely stacked and probably some of my favorites of all time. It's so good, in fact, that there's a running gag in the Arknights community that Hypergriff is actually just a music company in disguise trying to use Arknights as a front to sell their music, essentially. I remember coming into Arknights hearing all this talk about how the music's that great and thinking to myself, it can't be that great, guys. Like, come on, it's a gacha game.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I felt the exact same sentiment, exactly what he's saying. I was like, there's no way this music is so good that you motherfuckers is ready to fight me in the comments over my opinion. And I'll be fair, is it good for a game? I think the music is very good for a video game. There's not a lot of video games that do music properly unless they're using like music from real artists, like, you know, like popular artists and stuff that people already know and love. So I think the music they do in this is pretty good. Like we can put a little glaze on it. But like I said, I haven't listened to all of the music. I've only listened to the CC from, I guess, the first season. I guess there's like a second season of them. And then some of the in-game music, like the new event that just dropped, I felt with the little Japanese vibe shit. That shit was pretty cool.
They're designed to be gambling games. Like, what's so great about Arknights?
Little pup, your head is in the sand.
I was wrong. This is a music company. The music in Arknights is so beloved by its fans. Even
unrealized realities. This is a lobby. Is this lobby music you can have playing? I haven't heard this one yet.
No Divide 6801 even compiled a list of all the Arknights songs put into different genres. Like, look at this list. We got heavy metal, epic orchestral, canto pop, jazz, K-pop. The range in Arknights music is...
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the songs I heard did sound kind of like K-pop, J-pop-ish, I won't hold. Like they all would start with like a specific vibe, like maybe like a country-ish vibe, and then it would hit you with the little pop-ish twang. But I think like in terms of quality, definitely gonna say it's high quality music. Like this isn't normal gaming music. Like you could tell they put some thought into it, which they did. I like from the comments I could see, you don't understand the lore behind the music. It's so disrespectful that you skipped over a song. You didn't get the lore. Like, dude, of course I didn't get the lore. I'm in chapter 4. Like Normally when I play my games, unless it's a music game or a rhythm game, I typically turn the music down. So in some games, I'm actually probably missing out on great world building experiences because I turn the music off. I'm not even gonna lie. We tend to like to be honest on this channel. We're not faking it for the funk, you know? So like I could see that. But motherfuckers was really like fighting me in the comments. Oh my god, bro. You skipped that song. Whoa. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't vibing with it. Like, I hope if you hear a song that you're not vibing with, no one pressures you into feeling bad about like not enjoying it. It's okay to not enjoy something even if everyone else is enjoying it. Like that's fine. And if you want to enjoy something that everyone else is enjoying because it's popular, that's also fine too. Like, you know, that you don't have to be like a contrarian or something. You know, you can just enjoy what you truthfully enjoy, and that makes the experience a lot better. All right, let's get back into this video. I've been yapping a lot. Hold
Is
it.
huge.
I'm a
Now, I'll be honest here,
yapper.
Arknights isn't the only gacha game out there trying to make a name in music. It's now more of a requirement for games to have great music nowadays. So it's not so much
I was not gonna say there's some songs that was on Water Than Waves that was jumping, and I used to be an avid Honkai Star Rail player, but I don't know, something about it just like turned me off. Like I think it just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to give it another try if you guys are interested in watching on stream or something. Let me know. But for now, we'll
a
see.
unique thing for Arknights to have such great music, but more of that the scale at which they release that music is gargantuan compared to its competitors.
Oh shit, no, yeah, I'd say 137 songs compared to like whatever that other number. Damn.
Almost every newly released character has their own song. Event lobbies have their own themes. The event
Which is pretty
stages
dope,
almost
actually.
always have something new and typically don't reuse previous songs. They even got their own anime with amazing music, something that Genshin can't seem to get together after so many years of announcing their own anime.
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't think they want to release an anime right now. They announced it, but I feel like they just don't want to. Because do you really think Genshin, which makes as much money as they do, can't get an anime together? Like, come on, dude. I definitely think they could. I definitely think if they really wanted to push an anime out, I think they definitely could. And if they did, I would watch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The story and stuff that I've seen so far, like just from some little tidbits here and there, I'm not too tapped in on the Genshin lore. So let me know if that's something I should like tune into or whatever. Right? Like, it seemed pretty good. It seemed pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But it's a different world than Arknights. Arknights feels much darker and drearier. But the lore in Genshin did seem pretty interesting. I will say that. So if they dropped an anime, like actually one to two, I would watch
They
it.
even made music for things outside of their games. They even produced music for the Gaokao, which is China's national exam. And on top of it all, they have their own concert for Arknights called Ambient Synthesis. Oh boy.
Synesthesia.
Okay,
Synesthesia?
They have a concert called Ambient Synesthesia.
Synesthesia?
And on the topic of the concert, I
Does-
really like how it's set up. The concert has different sections of music, and in each there's a theme that goes with it. Different Arknight operators are assigned into each theme, and the art goes incredibly hard for something on
This
this
is fire.
caliber. And this is one of the things that
Logos.
Arknights is well known for. The amount of
I need that
music
skin,
and
that
love
shit
they have
drippy.
for the arts is just at a higher level than most things I've seen, honestly. But I guess when your main gameplay is tower defense, you don't have to put so much effort into other gameplay aspects like crazy models or animations or
And that's what I was saying in another video. The fact that this is a tower defense, I think it really makes it so it's like they can really invest in all these other things without feeling like the game is lacking, you know? Especially since like this game's been out for 6 years and they've been consistently, you feel me? I think like it definitely does make a difference. Because if you're making a 3D game, you got to make sure the models look good, the animations feel good, the enemies interact properly, the screen doesn't just delete itself. Like you got to make sure like everything's on point, and then you have to make sure the music is good, and then you have to add X, Y, and Z. So I could see that. But shit, Arknight's really been doing their thing. Herbert's really been doing their thing.
other things like
Not
that.
gonna lie.
So to me,
Not gonna lie,
Arknights
they've
is
really
a
been doing their
well
thing.
put together game because of so many other great aspects coming together. So once again, Arknight's musical range is insane. And as you've heard earlier, it has tracks that sound like something out of a fantasy roll slop game. I say this with love, by the way. I like the Souls games. But for those who are uninitiated, Arknights is far from a game that has a fantasy-like setting. It's not like Dark Souls at all. The game's setting seems to take place in a sort of future with advanced technology compared to ours, and also animal people as well.
It's funny though to call Dark Souls like RPG slop when like gotcha slop is a thing, right? We know gotcha slop is a thing. Hot characters, gamble your money away, repeatable loops. Like I feel like you could almost honestly call anything slop. Anything that has ease of access that you can jump into maybe could be considered slop, right? Let me know what y'all think about that in particular.
Which I'm not complaining, they're pretty well-designed people. The music is more in line with something you expect from a sci-fi, lo-fi, really anything with a fi sound. Like for
I could
instance,
agree
the
with that.
default main menu music has a very sci-fi sound to it. Now, that track that I played earlier that sounds like something out of a Dark Souls game is from a boss that's from a side story. The side story is about the country of Litanian and its focus on how the magic of Arknights connects with music. Litanian draws heavy inspiration from European countries such as Austria and Hungary, and this is where Arknights would take a step into the epic and classical music sounds when dealing with content relating to this area of the world. Now, let's compare this to a completely different country in Arknights and their musical inspiration and tracks. Laterano is a country filled with the angelic people of Arknights, the Sancta, and Laterano is inspired by the Vatican.
Vatican,
Like,
yeah.
they even have their own pope. It's crazy the lore of this world goes. The world building is insane. So what kind of music do you expect from a country that takes a lot of inspiration from the Vatican, has to deal with religion and theocracy? Is that? I haven't said that word in forever. Oh my god. Theocracy.
Good word, though. Good
Holy
word.
and church sounds. And John Wick.
See, like is but this is what I feel like they did to it a lot of the songs, right? They start with this epic like intro and it's like a completely different sound than what you may actually be getting in the song. Right? Like and some of them were fucking peak, I ain't gonna lie. This one's actually fire though.
Mixing together
was
techno
fire.
and church chant sounds is an insane idea, but it does it in the best ways possible. Honestly, who the hell thought of this at Hypergriff? It's a crazy idea, but it works out just so perfectly. I don't know why I love it. To really test people with music, try showing them this track and then ask them where it's from. And honestly, some people might say Cyberpunk. I'm willing to bet that. The country of Laterano focuses on firearms. Yeah, I know. Angel people and firearms. It's once
I mean, I could see that being in Cyberpunk, but then it's like, who would ever think to like? And I don't know. Maybe I could say this because, like, I listen to hip hop, right? And like that, we have Kanye West, we have Pharrell, we have Timbaland. These are different producers. They've took Angel Synths and X, Y, and Z. They've done these types of things in music to like a high quality. So like, I actually appreciate seeing genres being mixed together in a way that's like not the normal. I actually highly appreciate that. So it's like a super W actual.
Again, crazy mix, but it works out.
Super fucking
and
W.
practically all firearms in the world of Terra, which is the planet which Arknight takes place on, comes from this area of the game. Probably that's the reason why they mix together all the church stuff with the techno John Wick type sounds. Insane idea, but you know what? Once again, it works out somehow. No, it's fine. It's good. I just didn't think it'd be John Wick is all. Honestly, the Arknight countries and their inspirations can be a whole video on its
John
own because it's a
Blick.
really fascinating topic to me, but today we're talking about the music only, so let's proceed forward. Now, I do want to note that almost, if not all the music released by Arknights is under the record label Monster Siren Records, which is also in the world of Arknights itself located in Colombia. No, not that one. Founded by
America,
the famous
Colombia.
rapper of the Arknights universe, Emperor. No, wait, sorry, it's the other guy, it's the Penguin. Yeah, that Penguin's actually way more important than you think he is, and I think he's like a really powerful entity as well. Jumping out of
Is that a character that we can pull to have on our team? I would like to have a rapping penguin. Why couldn't it just be a black dude that was the rapper in Colombia? Why did it have to be a penguin? I don't know why I just thought about that. It could have just been a black guy rapping, right? That would have been cool too. But I guess like the penguin is cool too, right? The penguin is cool too. We're not saying the penguin's that cool, but it would be cool to see like, you feel me? You get me?
Arknights. And back into
Now I'm gonna
our
look it up.
world, though, Monster Siren Records has a website in which you can hear every single song released, and it's still being updated today. That's under the whole entire Arknight sphere. And the website itself is actually pretty cool. They really play into the whole idea that this is within the world of Arknights, which is, I like that whole entire
Okay,
immersion
hold on.
factor.
I looked up black characters in Arknights, right? I'm assuming this is Thorns. Yeah, that's Thorns. Who's this? Kestrel. Is this even an Arknights character? I've never seen this character, so I don't know. Zarni, Raymond. They have some brown characters, but notably the best one is Thorn. It's Thorns, right? But he's from Iberia, so he's actually from Spain, so he's not black. I mean, he's like the same color as me, but you get what I'm saying. Like, still cool. I do like that there's that kind of variety amongst the characters. Maybe there'll be more as time goes on.
And I love the design of the website. As an avid black colored enjoyer myself, it's also a very sleek design. The only downside is that the majority of the site is in Chinese, but navigating it is not so hard when your only aim is to listen to music here. And an important note as well is that a lot of their music comes with instrumental tracking on top of the vocals. They don't have to do this at all, but I am so glad they did, because it makes a great karaoke night for people who want to do an Arknights karaoke one day. But if you don't want to go to the website at all, they also have all their music uploaded on Spotify and I believe YouTube as well. During the research of my video, I actually came across an interview that was between the Hypergriff employees and the music created. The only downside though is that I found this interview off of Facebook that was posted by some kind of fan page, I believe. The only way to see the interview is by actually logging into my old Facebook account. So you're welcome. I had to log back into my old Facebook account and then endure some cringe, but all for the sake of content, I guess. So this was posted back in August of 2025. The participants are all music designers from Hypergriff. Otto, who's worked on Unmask and I Will Touch the Sky tracks.
And if you can touch the sky, you'll see there's the pattern.
Elvin worked on Misty Memories and Tu Dong Hong. I hope I said that correctly. Also, Misty Memories is a peak song.
It's no fair. I don't wanna have to wake up from this daydream. You're my daydream. It's no fair. I don't wanna have to.
That's kind of vibey. That's kind of vibey. I wouldn't be mad at that. That's kind of vibey. Like, that's some cool comp shit. Some cool
and Jay
shit.
has done Control's Wishes.
Like,
and
it honestly has me like that song sounds like a song that like if I was in a Korean coffee shop getting coffee, like they would have something like that playing. You'd be in there chilling, getting your little drink. You feel me? Get your Danish before you walk out. That's the vibe that gives me, like some chill shit.
theme for the Imperial, which is, by the way, Control's Wishes, one of my favorite events in the game. I will talk about that one day, but oh, great music, Jay. I love it.
I haven't played this yet either. Lone Trail. We're in a spaceship.
In the interview, they talked about how all the music is done in-house, but they also worked with artists outside of Hypergriff from across the world to create other music in the game. I do want to note though that during the Arknights anime, they actually worked with some notable Japanese artists such as Riona and Myth and Royd. I've actually never really listened to them before, but Arknights introduced me to them, and they're pretty good. I would love to play their tracks on my video, but unfortunately, I also don't want my video getting demonetized or muted at any point, so
that's fair.
Can't play that. Go look it up yourselves. Sorry. They're
That's
able
fair,
to bounce
brother.
around ideas with one another and dabble on ideas such as, hey, what if we threw in this instrument to elevate the track further? For the operator Haruka, they mentioned how they could have gone with a straightforward 90s idol soundtrack. However, to take things a step further, they added a middle section of the song where the power goes off, but the vocals still sing to an audience clapping alongside with them as if it's like a live track.
My best. あ、止まっちゃった。じゃあ皆さん、クラップで歌いましょう。Tell me, tell me, 鏡よ鏡、一番好きな私になるの。Tell me.
A touching addition to the track that shows that they go above and beyond a little bit for their music. They also talked about...
I just think, right, we're gonna say this. I just think like if you are really into music production, right, and you're going to make songs like this anyway, why would you half-ass them, right? Like they're adding the right elements to make them complete songs instead of just like, oh, I slapped this beat together, throw some vocals on it, bye. Like, you feel me? Like they really like are taking them extra steps, and it's like the W to see.
Oh my god, how do you say this guy's name?
Opianus.
Oh, Olpianus. Another example of taking things a step further is when they talked about the theme for Olpianus. But before I continue, I just really want to say I love his design. He looks like somebody out of Bloodborne and it's so badass. Olpianus is an operator whose background relates to the seas. Sea shanties aren't really a new thing when it comes to Arknights content. They made one of the best ones ever.
This shit got me feeling like a pirate. Hold on. Ugh.
And if you're familiar with sea
This shit got me feeling
shanties,
like a
they're normally
pirate.
sung by a group of sailors or pirates. Olpianus, though, has that lonely, edgy character background where he's often carrying out missions by himself. So to bring things full circle, they made a sea shanty theme for Olpianus, but it's sung alone.
Vows to defender we made long ago. Oh, they couldn't ever
Okay, that's fire.
be torn from our souls. We brave and
Like, I'll say this, right? I'll have to just say this. if I'm playing the game and this comes on during the game, I'm absolutely going to enjoy it. Absolutely going to enjoy it. But would this be music that I would put on my personal Spotify playlist? I think there's only 2 songs so far, 2 or 3 songs so far that I could say could actually make it on my playlist that I would like listen to while driving or working out or maybe I'm playing League or a different game with some music in the background. There's only a couple. I'm gonna have to go back and get the names because I saved the video, so I do have it still. So there's a couple. But this one's fire. I like the sea shanty things. Like I think they're always entertaining or a vibe. I'm never upset about hearing them. So
Any weather.
To which they perfectly captured his character in this song. Also, side note, Opiana's Japanese voice actor is voiced by Jotaro. Super cool. One of my favorite things of all time
That
is
is
sitting
actually
down
fire,
and reading
dude. Holy
the
shit.
thought process when it comes to works and behind the scenes content. So finding this interview where they talk about the music is actually a really great treat for me, and I hope they do stuff like this more in the future so I can read about the whole processes, and I'm just geeking out right now. I'm so sorry. So now, moving off of the interview, I want to talk about something real quick that this is just like mostly a me thing, but maybe if you go through it, you might understand it as well. But listening to music outside of video games, outside of, you don't have the context anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what he's gonna say in this part, but I'm happy he's talking about this because I think like, and you guys have to let me know, right? I'm new to this scene, to this community. I've been a gamer for a long time. I've been a music listener for a long time. Clearly, most of us have, right? I've dabbled in music production. I've made some songs and stuff myself before, right? So I'm not like I'm pretty adept in the world of music from my perspective, right? But I think it is fundamentally different when you do listen to a song that's made for a game, no matter how high quality it is, versus listening to a song that's made for a specific genre slash specific target audience. Like if that makes sense, right? Like if you get what I'm saying, you get it. If you don't, hopefully you understand.
It can be hard to do. Okay, if you maybe play some high energy track when I'm running or something or exercising, I get that. It can get me going. But expect me to play video game music in the car when somebody passes me the aux cord is something that I can't do and is kind of embarrassing low key. I am not gonna play Souls music in front of my sister because it just doesn't
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, bro. You're kicking, bro. You're kicking, bro.
really
You're
fit the
kicking.
mood, and also it might encourage us to get into a car crash. I don't know. I feel like the music just takes over a part of me that shouldn't be playing at that moment. But I did find an interview that relates to the whole entire theme of the video, and this is by Robert Wolf, who collaborated with Arknights music before being interviewed by Jordan von Netzer of the Game World Observer back in 2022. In this article, Wolf even understands how popular the music of Arknights is outside of the game. So whenever he writes for the music of Arknights, he also writes it with the idea in mind that people will listen to this outside of the game. So when it comes to
That's
video
fair.
game music, Arknights is one of the few games that I can actually put on the soundtrack from and not feel too embarrassed in front of others and slowly indoctrinate them into the game itself. For example, Misty Memories is one of my favorite tracks of all time that I can listen to outside of the game. It has a very nice poppy feel to it. And one of my favorite things is showing off these songs to other people and they're totally caught off guard not knowing it's from Arknights at all. And probably one of my favorite songs of all time, which was released actually not even globally in Arknights, is a song called Everything's Alright.
Again, just from this intro, this gives me. It's funny that there's like coffee mugs right here, but this just gives me the same vibes like when I was in Korea. You go to a coffee shop. This is the kind of stuff they have playing in the coffee shops. Like if you go get it to a bakery, like even if you go into like a convenience store, sometimes they have music that sounds like this playing. Like it just gives me like a very chill vibe. So some of these songs, I think like if you just encountered them, they wouldn't like feel like they aren't songs. Right? They would feel like, ooh, what's this? But I also think it depends on your target audience, right? But this shit is vibey. Like this is a little vibe.
Everything's Alright was performed by Kaori Sawada in collaboration with DJ Okawari. The song was released back in July of 2020 around the same time that Gakao was wrapping up in China. It was meant to help ease the test takers because newsflash, tests are very stressful, especially when, you have to test for a national exam in China. Now, Arknights and Hypergriff as a whole didn't have to release a song for all these test takers. They could just go, screw you guys, we're gonna make more songs for our video game. They didn't have to do that. But I'm glad they did, because this song easily became one of my favorite songs of all time. It's a very chilled track, and the message behind it is kind of cute. Everything's all right, things will be better, and it has a bit of a romantic tone to it, but I kind of dig it anyways. But going back to it, the song was released during the time period of 2020, which wasn't the best time for everybody in the world, including myself as well. But a song like that being released at a time when things were not so great in the world, kind of helped make things feel a bit better. One of my favorite comments from a video that uploaded the song as well has a user saying, "I don't play Arknights, I'm not even a Chinese student, I'm just here for the song." And I really like that comment for a lot of reasons.
That's fire,
because
though.
it doesn't matter how you find a song, but music just brings people together. Because after all, even if this guy doesn't play Arknights, who brought together Sawada and DJ Okawari? It's like Hypergriff knows that their game is only a small medium that carries many different art components with it. The art is fantastic, the music is a jam, the story is engaging, and the gameplay can be fun and extremely challenging as well. I'm still tested today, even though I have the most strongest units in the game, because this game just really pushes you to your limits as a doctor. So rather than sell you on one aspect of Arknights, it comes packed with a billion other components that surely will grab people to play the game. Now, music can be a small afterthought in media. Just throw in music real quick so that way we can just put in some kind of mood for the audience and move on. Or, if done correctly and respectfully, music can be used as a powerful net to capture the ears and the hearts of listeners. So even if you don't play Arknights because you don't like tower defense or you don't think you're smart enough to, strategize and do all that stuff, don't worry, a lot of us are kind of dumb. We use guides, so we're all kind of stupid in Arknights.
Yo, I love that this guy he's awesome, bro. This guy's awesome. Let me hit the sub. Let me comment to W video, bro. W video, bro. Because this is like actually a fire video. And like he's just saying a lot of things that I had like the sentiment of in my mind. Like, because I was thinking, like, dude, there's no way everyone's a pro player at this game, even if they've been playing it for 6 years, right? And after watching some of those runs on stream yesterday, I did get to see some interesting maneuvers, some interesting things that I didn't know were possible.
Arknights, except for Kyostin, of course. You can at least understand and see why the music of Arknights transcends even the game itself, because it's one of the many components of the game that stands out so well that people who don't even play the game that much still can respect and enjoy. Such as the art. I've known a lot of artists who wish they could play Arknights, but they just can't, but they can at least sit down and go, damn, the designs are so good. And it turns out Hypergriff did lie to us, because Arknights is just a vehicle for them to sell their music onto us, and it worked so successfully. And for me, personally, I am looking forward to the day that I can buy tickets to the concert. Ambient Synesthesia. Oh my god.
Synesthesia, I got you, twin. I got you, twin. Ambient Synesthesia, twin. I got you, twin. Don't worry about it. I got you. Overall, W video. Oh, good takes, I think. And like, I like what he was saying, because what he said kind of like mirrors like what I was thinking this entire time. Like, video game music typically isn't music you're sharing with your friends on a playlist, even if the song is super fucking peak. But the fact that they have songs that aren't even directly like just for that, and they're commissioning like, actual musicians to make these mute songs, it does add a completely different layer to it, because these are actual musicians. So if you would listen to them anyway, you'll listen to them make a song for a movie, you'll listen to them, make a song for X, Y, and Z, But I appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.